Hello everyone and welcome to a quick video on comparing and ordering rational numbers. So the first question might be, well, what is a rational number? A rational number is basically almost anything. So think of maybe a fraction or a decimal or a percent. All of these can be understood as rational numbers. So the question is, how do we compare them and put them in order since they're all written different ways? Well, here's my solution for you. Make everything a decimal. That's pretty much it. Make them all decimals. That's all. So if you make them all decimals, it makes your life easier. All right. So the one in the middle, the 0.15, I'm sure you've noticed, well, hey, that's already a decimal. Okay, easy peasy. Now, what about the one on the right? Well, as I'm sure you remember, to turn a percent into a decimal, just take the invisible the invisible decimal sign that's back there and move it two spots to the left, and this becomes 0.87. Ta-da! Okay, now we're almost done. The only one that's left is 6 over 7. Well, if you remember, 6 over 7 just basically means 6 divided by 7. So when you do 6 divided by 7, you get more or less 0.85 or 86, right? So we can write that as 0.86. So if we're putting these in order, the smallest one is this one. This is first. The second smallest one is this one, 0.86, and then the third smallest one is this one, 0.87. Boom, you're done. Here's another one. I recommend that you pause the video, try and do it for yourselves. Okay, now let's go ahead and review. Now, again, we're making them all decimals. The one on the right is 0.87. That stays the same. My 25%, well, I moved that decimal point over two spots to the left. This becomes 0.25. Okay, and then my last one, 8 over 9, well, all I have to do is 8 divided by 9. That gives me more or less 0.89. More or less, I'm approximating. 0.89. Well, guess what? The smallest one is the 25% at 0.25. The next smallest one is 0.87. And the next smallest one is 0.89. Boom, this is the order they would go in. The next one. Okay, so for this, let's say, well, they're getting a little bit more complicated, aren't they? All right, no problem at all. Here, for the first one, let's just do 2 over 3. Let's just do 2 divided by 3. Yeah? 2 divided by 3 gives me more or less 0.67. Okay, so that's going to be 0.67, but instead of 0, just going to bring that 1 down. Boom. This is 1.67. Now, the 157%, again, following the rule, you take that decimal point at the very end, you bring it over two spots to the left, always two spots, and you get your answer of 1.57. Now we have two decimals to compare, but we're not done yet. We have the last one. Oh wait, hold on. That's already given to us as a decimal. That's the easiest thing in the world. Now remember, for this, you're going to want it more or less. I mean, it's not exactly 1.56, but it is slightly smaller than 1.57. So let's just say this is 1.56. Yeah? Now we can compare these three. My smallest one is 1.56. My next smallest one is 1.57. And my next smallest one is 1.67. Ta-da! Now, let's just do one final one. Again, I encourage you to pause the video. Try and work it out by yourself. Okay, let's try it out. So, for the first one on the left, I have 201%. I follow the same rules always. Take the decimal point behind and move it two steps to the left. That becomes 2.01. That's my decimal. For 9 over 16, well, using the calculator again, just going to go ahead and do 9 divided by 16. Boom. That gives me 0.56, more or less. So 0.56. And then finally, we have 3.6. So 3.6 is an invisible 0 back there. 3.6, 3.60. So if I'm putting these in order, my smallest one is 0.56, of course. That's not even 1. My next smallest is 2, and my largest is 3. I'm literally going in order from 0.50 something to 2 of something to 3 of something. And that's pretty much it. I hope this video helped.